people with Zullo, and this is a business model canvas project for the company Uhray. The first element of our business model canvas that I will discuss is Uhray's value propositions. And there are a few things that they do. First off is they collaborate and engage with their consumer, and that is very important to them because that's how they know that they're providing a good service. And that service is app design and development. They use top-notch softwares and services in order to create apps and web pages for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And they pride themselves on their testing and support. They provide 30 days of free support after they launch their app, and also provide an analytics dashboard that helps the users understand what they're looking at. Now, I mentioned previously that their customer segment were entrepreneurs and small businesses. So their service is mainly for people who aren't that very much tech savvy, who aren't really sure what they're doing or how to code applications or websites. So what they will do is they will reach out to Uhray, and Uhray will create their app and develop it for them. And they work very closely with them. And the way that people can reach out to Uhray is through LinkedIn, GitHub, and their contact page. Uhray isn't a company that is on very many social medias. You won't find them on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, but you will find them on LinkedIn, and they have their own GitHub page too. And also on their website, they have a contact page where you drop your email and a brief little summary of what you're looking to accomplish with them. And I already touched upon this quite a little bit in the customer segment, but the customer relationship aspect is extremely important to the success of Uhray. Their whole mantra is that they're going to provide more support and more collaboration than any other developer would. So that what they want to do is have a lot of personal interaction with the person who they're providing their service to. So that means they're going to sit down with you or they'll talk to you over and over again to make sure that you get exactly what you want in your application. They want to do the very best that they can to take your ideas from a sketchpad to a launchpad on the Mac. And their revenue streams obviously come from the projects that they create and from the consumers. So what they do is they accept cash, equity, or a percentage of revenue, or a combination thereof. So what that means is they'll either just pay straight up for the service, have a little bit of equity, or a percentage of the revenue of the company, or a mixture of that. So say we'll pay you 50%, and then we'll cover the other 50% with a percentage of our revenue that we gain after launching your application. And now the key activities, obviously their first one is the software development. And the way they do this is their own special process. And it's a 6-step process that starts with strategizing, which, taken directly from their website, they define all aspects of the software product necessary to test your idea: value hypothesis, feature set, data, customers, end users, and barriers to entry. And then they will wireframe this app. They collaborate over interactive sketches of the application's flow, content, and structure to create an intuitive and engaging user experience. And then they help design. They iterate through professionally designed mockups to define the overall look and feel of the application, color palette, fonts, animations, positioning, etc. And then the development process. They code all front-end and back-end needs for the application to create a great product. And then they'll review it. They have an extensive testing process that will help them make sure that the app is ready to go. And then they launch the application with 30 days of free support. And like I mentioned earlier, that analytics dashboard to ensure that the consumer understands the user behavior. This is very important because each of these 6 steps isn't just done all by themselves. They're done with you. They're done with the consumer. They're done with whoever is purchasing this service. Everything is done collaboratively. They won't do anything without your input or your say-so. And their key resources obviously is what they're using. So Node.js with Express.js, Mongo with Mongoose, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all those back-end languages to help code these applications. PhoneGap and Cordova Git and GitHub obviously are big keys in helping develop these as well. And the biggest partnership, clearly, are their employees and the companies that they serve. Their employees are essential because that's how any of this work gets done. The founders are just two people. They can't possibly take everyone's ideas and convert them into applications and web pages so simply. They need a great team of coders who will help mitigate the length of this process. And obviously the companies that they serve. Without the companies, what are they? They rely on these companies to provide them business and to provide them a means of income. And their cost structure, obviously, are the employees, their time, and their software. They need to pay these employees so that they will want to work for them. And obviously, this is time consuming. It's very time consuming. Most projects take between 2 and 3 months. And then with software, I mean, a lot of these applications that are used for commercial development, they're not free and they're not cheap. It's not like it's not like just us students hopping onto the Mac terminal and just writing code. They need more elaborate and complicated softwares in order to make this not look like it was just made by some student, but by a professional company, which they are, obviously. And lastly, we have our value proposition canvas. The job that the customer is looking to fulfill is to provide what the job that the customer is doing is they're looking to. Sorry, let me start over here. The customer, so what their job is, they're looking to provide entrepreneurs and small businesses a cost-efficient way to build applications and web pages. And that's exactly what the customer's job is, to find a cost-efficient way to build applications and web pages. That took me a little bit, huh? And the pains are freelancers cause you to act as your own CTO. CTOs are expensive and hard to find. Outsourcing causes no communication. Large firms are extremely expensive. Who wants to be their own CTO, especially when they're not really sure what all this technology stuff is? And to find a good CTO, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. And if you're outsourcing, you're not going to have the input level that you do here with Uhray. And again, large firms are just expensive. And what they have to gain is pain-free software development with much communication and collaboration to make sure that they're getting the product that they want. Their products and services are obviously wireframing, app design, and app development to help get the ideas from the sketchpad to the launchpad with top-notch support. And wireframing is what they will do is they create interactive mock-ups to plan the roadmap for design and development. The app design is them designing the look, feel, and branding of the product that you're looking to sell. And the development is finally coding, testing, reviewing, and finally launching that software. And this creates gains. It provides the customers with great software based on their needs using, again, collaboration and communication to make sure every need has been met. And the pain relievers are that it's a lot cheaper than most other options, and especially even though sometimes it's not cheaper than some options, they make up for that in communication and collaboration throughout that process.